Going over the Dragonbane rules for the second time. Thank you very much to Free League Games for sending us this review copy of Dragonbane. Everybody's been asking me how I got it. If you go to the Free League USA site, you will see across the top the multiple categories. One of them says press. If you go to the press page and scroll down to like the bottom, or you will see a link where you can request review copies of their product. And you have to fill out a form, and there's a brief exchange of emails, and they're going to want to see your YouTube page. And so I did all that, and about a month later, this showed up in the mail. I was not expecting me to send the entire box set. I figured I'd get a printout PDF playtest copy, kind of like this, not the entire game. I am very grateful. Thank you very much, Free League. If I wasn't a fan before, I am now. Let's get back into the action. We have a little better understanding of how the rules work. As you remember, we have our poor mariner, Steve, who's got a 10 strength, a 5 con, and an 8 agility. Agility being the primary stat for a mariner. On the other hand, he does have a 14 intelligence, a 15 will, and a 15 charisma. Now, I've been told that you can switch stats. You can switch 2 stats in Dragonbane. Play him like it lies, buddy. Play him like it lies. That's what I rolled. That's what I'm getting. I've justified this, that he's had a situation, Robinson Crusoe situation, where he was trapped on an island for a while, and he's finally made it back. So obviously he's not in the best health. He's gotten a job as a guard for the Deep Fall Breach Temple, and there's some stuff going on in the Deep Fall Breach Temple. So he has been asked to go into the Deep Fall Breach Temple and check out what's going on. I've been told it is a lower the better game. You have to roll under. So for combat, you roll under our skill with combat. And then what armor does, I guess, is soak damage in this game instead of make you harder to hit. So we went in, we fought an orc, we died. The priests have pulled us out, patched us together, and they're sending us back in. So we're going back into the solo thing, and we're going to check what's going on. So here's the random tables we roll on. Here's the actual weapon, the actual thing. We have got the different missions we can go on. Which this one we're supposed to go save a captive orc. Why would I save a captive orc unless he knows something? So let's go that. The leader of the sect of the demon cultists holds the world breaker shard, the tip of the abyssal spear that split his land and created the breach. The power cannot stay in their grasp. Foul magics cloud the location from my sight. Yet ye must locate the shard through other means. Seek below a band of cultists transporting a pirate prisoner, an orc named Grom, because I guess all orcs are named Grom. Grom knows the location of the cultist outpost and may serve as a valuable ally in the days to come. A trio of goblin scouts plunder the breach, looting ancient paths and robbing any who wander across the path. When the threat triggers, they spring an ambush. All right, so I'm gonna go. Here I am. Oh, I'm on this path. Number 1, a plunging path. A sloping corridor carries you into the oppressive depths of the breach. Tread softly, yes, ye wake the creatures of fang and wing, nesting within the cracks and hollows of the ancient passage. Ooh, spooky. Ooh, I'm going into room number 1, which is a charred tomb. Fire long ago ravaged this once grand mausoleum. It holds 5 remaining sarcophaguses amid the pile of ashes. Find ye a path through the door hidden within one of these coffins, but disturb not this scorched dead, nor hidden trap. Okay, so we got some traps. Do we have a random trap table? We have a random trap table. Okay, so I'm gonna roll a d10. I've got 5 of these, right? And the only way out is through one of these, because I don't know why I know that, but I guess I know that. Why would I know that? If I walk into a closed room and all I in is see a mausoleum with a coffin in it, my first thing is not going to be, I bet there's a secret door in the coffin. My first thought's going to be, well, this is as far as I could go, better turn around. But and Steve's smart enough to go, yeah, why would I search? There's nothing here to search. My initial thought would not be, hey, I bet there's a secret door in these coffins. But I am an adventurer, and we know adventurers cannot pass up a chance to open a coffin. So, coffin number 1. How many of these do I have to open? Coffin number 1 contains Gonna roll a 1. A concealed found. You are forewarned and have a boon on your first action against it. So this is one of the goblins. One of the goblins pops out. We're gonna go to the goblin. Generic minion. I like the fact that they just give a generic minion, you know, readout, and then you just, you know, reskin it. So I've got a goblin, and my goblin's armed with, I don't know, he was hiding in a coffin, so probably something small. All right, I get a boon, so I get to go first. Surprise! I was expecting you. So I'm gonna hit him with my club, which I have no ranks in, but I have a club. So I need to roll under my strength of 10. I rolled an 18. I miss him. All right, normal initiative. No, I go first. I hit him again with my club. Got to roll under a 10. I rolled a 2. That's a hit. Club does a D8. I do 8 points of damage. He has 12 hit points. He is hurt. His turn. He stabs me with his sharp, pointy thing. He misses me. My turn again. I hit him with my club again. I miss. He stabs me with his sharp, pointy thing. He fumbles. 20 is a fumble in this game, remember? So he gets a demon, which is the special fumble rules for this game. So we're going to go to the demon table, which I believe there is one on here. Wasn't there a random demon table in here? I thought there was. Inspiration table. Oh yeah, demon effects. So I'm gonna roll D6. 2. You suffer a dangerous delay. Oh, the goblin can't get out of the sarcophagus. He's stuck. Oh no, he loses an attack. All right, I get an attack on him with my club. Damn. Miss. He would get an attack, but he's stuck, so I get another attack on my club. I miss again. Fire. He breaks free, and he stabs me with his dagger and fumbles again, which means, no, it's a D6. 5. It triggered an unexpected reaction or trap. Somehow the goblin triggers a trap in the coffin. Do we have a random trap table? I think we do have a random trap table. A random treasure table. Random search table. Random trap. Roll D20. 20. Roll twice, ignoring this result. Dear God, this goblin. 20 and 11. 11 and 9. Poisonous gas and piercing spikes. How? Well, this is what happens when you're rolling random tables. Okay, so somehow we have a goblin who is in a sarcophagus. Let's just rehash. I opened the sarcophagus. Somehow I got surprise on the goblin. The goblin fumbled, got trapped. Fumbled again, and somehow sprung a trap that releases both poisonous gas and piercing spikes. So the trap's in their sarcophagus or near the sarcophagus. 1, 2, 3 in their sarcophagus. 4, 5, 6 near the sarcophagus. Okay, so somehow the goblin did not notice this extremely obvious trap, and he releases first, I would think first the piercing spikes come out of the bottom. So the piercing spikes have to hit that goblin. I don't know what the piercing spikes rank is. We'll just say 10. The piercing spikes somehow miss the goblin, and then the poisonous gas starts bellowing. One of the piercing spikes goes through a glass jar, and the glass jar has the poison gas in it. So we've got 3 piercing spikes, 1 in the head, 1 in the foot, 1 in the middle. The middle one breaks the jar. Now the goblin has to roll his, I don't know, I guess, Constitution save against poison. Do we have the goblin's Constitution save? No. So we're just going to assume it's 10. Or 8. He's a goblin, so you got to roll under 8. 9. Goblin dies from poison gas. Now I've got to roll a Constitution save. I got to roll under my Constitution of 5. 13. Death number 2. All right. Clerics come in, they resurrect Steve, they cost me another silver, they patch him up, send him back in. All right, we're back in the room with the coffins. Definitely know that that coffin is not what we're looking for. Where is the search the coffin table? All right, coffin number 2, gonna roll a d10. 8, 6 through 8. I get to draw a treasure card. I'm not going to open the treasure card. We'll just roll in the random treasure table. $19. Towering statue. So inside the coffin is a mannequin for some reason. Coffin number 2 has a mannequin in it. My treasure is a mannequin. Yay. Yay. I don't know. How much do you think the temple will give me for a mannequin? I'll sell it for my next resurrection because I have a feeling it's coming up. Okay, coffin number 3. Back to the random search table. Roll a d10. Come on. One of these has got to be the secret door. 1, 2, 3. Secret path. Ah, we found it. We go down the secret path into room number 3, which says unknown. So it means that we get to roll what's in this unknown room. So we roll a d4. 4. There's a danger in this unknown room. What is the danger in this unknown room? Do we have a random danger table? No, we got random inhabitants, random area table, random danger. Okay, here we go. Roll a d20 on the random danger. 15. It turns out to be an inhabited lair. What lives in the lair? 12. A skeleton. Well, it's a thing. So yeah, a skeleton. Okay, skeleton. We're going to use the standard minion here. We'll roll to see if I go first. Roll under my dex of 8. I roll 2. Okay, I hit him with my club because he's a skeleton. I fumble. I get a demon. I rolled a 2. I suffer a dangerous delay. Whoops. It turns out this cave is a little bit smaller than I thought. And as I'm swinging my club, it gets stuck in one of those, some vines. So it allows the skeleton to get a free attack on me. So skeleton gets his normal attack. He's got to roll under an 8. He hits, and now his free attack. And he misses. And what does the skeleton do? He does a d6. 3 points of damage out of my 5 points of damage, because your hit points equals your constitution. Ouch, I'm hurt again. All right, break free. I will hit him. I got to roll under my strength of 10 to hit him with my club. I rolled a 1. That's a dragon. No, that's a critical. So we rolled a critical. 5. You triggered an unexpected beneficial effect. There's nothing on here that lists unexpected effects. I guess I'll just... this blow does double damage. Okay. So 8 and 8. Oh, we'll put a check next to my club. Maybe there's something special about this piece of wood that I didn't know about. Ooh, so that's one dead skeleton. All right. Back to the adventure. Room number 4 is unknown. Yay, we go back to the unknown table. Location details. Roll a d4. 4. Another danger. We roll a d20 again. Poor Steve. 16. Cultists. That makes sense. So I run into 2 goblin cultists. We did say that there were cultists trying to find out what this orc knows. So they've got the The orc tied up to their fiendish altar. The cultists take refuge here with the prisoner. My sight, your sight cannot glean their aims, but the bloodstained altar at the center of this chamber has seen countless death at the hands of those seeking parley with demon forces. I sense my hesitation. Why is this written in first person? I sense my hesitation in these cultists. They'll not die needlessly for their cause. I suspect free Grom from their clutches. All right, so I've gone into room number 4, and I see ahead of me the fiendish altar in room number 5. So that means, do they see me? I'm going to roll my being sneaky, so under 8. I don't have anything in stealth. I rolled a 14. I am not being sneaky whatsoever. Crunch, 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 crunch. Why are all these potato chips on the floor? I don't know. Crunch, 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 snap, crunch, pow. Crunch, crunch, crunch. All right. So the cultist in room number 5. I rolled. There, I go first. Yay! They're a room ahead of me. So I'm going to use my sling. 7. That's a hit. For 2 points of damage. They run up. I get a second attack because they run up. I switch to my club and miss. All right, cultist number 1's turn. We killed 1 goblin, so that means there's 2 goblins left. Goblin number 1 misses. Goblin number 2 hits me. Goblin number 2 has a sharp pointy thing. I've taken 3 points out of my 5. 4, I'm dead again, yay! The clerics come in, drag my body out, heal me. Well, we've survived the second playthrough. What do you guys think of Dragonbane so far? I wish the rules were a little bit more streamlined. I don't like having to go back and forth through the random tables. I get that they just wanted you to leave as much stuff to the player's control and add the randomness for a solo play. And when you're doing solo play, you are just rolling a lot of random tables and then building up the random tables. So we're getting a sense of what we can find in this caravan. But also the attacks are pretty lethal for just one guy to be going through. I mean, I almost died to poison gas, almost died to a skeleton, got beaten up by 2 cultists, and I still haven't saved poor Grom. So once again, I guess I'll trade in my mannequin for another resurrection. Hopefully Grom's still there when I go back in again. So we'll try one more time. Back in. Down the secret door in the coffin. Down the very noisy passageway. Crunch, 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 snap, crunch, 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 snap, crunch. Who put potato chips in this passageway? I don't know. Into the fiendish altar. It's been a day. Is Grom still tied to the altar? Well, what do you know? He is. I rolled a 1. For some reason, Grom is still tied to the altar. But are the cultists in the room? No, they're not. They've gone someplace else. Okay, I've got a free Grom. So let's roll my free Grom roll. There's nothing on here for that skill. We don't even have a pick locks. Got sleight of hand, sneaking, and spot hidden. But no pink lock. Okay, well, I'll just roll under my dex. Roll under my dex of 8, and I can pick the lock. 6. All right, click. Come on, Grom, let's get out of here. Snap, crackle, pop, snap, crackle, pop. Do the goblins hear the noise we're making? If they roll a 1 or a 2, yes. 4, 5, 6, no. 3. They do not hear the noise I'm making. Do they hear the noise Grom's making? 5. No. Yay, I rescued Grom. What do I get? Doesn't say. Is there a table for rewards? Oh, you guys got to hear me talking to my mom. I didn't know that was going to happen. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have rescued Grom. It doesn't say what our reward is. I don't know what you need to do to level in this game. Let's check that. Do you think I deserve a level after dying as many times as I have? Experience, page 29. I definitely wish this was laid out better. Whenever you roll a dragon or demon, when using a skill, tick the box next to the skill. At the end of the game session, the GM asks you the following questions. You just complete it. For each question, you can reply yes and justify your answer. You may place another advancement mark next to the unmarked skill of your choice. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So this is the this is the check method. Oh, okay. So you don't really level up. Your skills just get better. I was hoping we could dual class as a priest, because we've got the stats to be a priest, but we don't have the stats to be a fighter. All right, so what did I get a thing in? The only thing I got a dragon in, it was my club. And I got one, right? I got one check in my club that did maximum damage. After placing your mark, roll a d20 for each of them. As a result, exceeds your current skill. It is increased by 1 to a maximum of 18. All right, so I've got 1. My skill is 10. So I've got to roll over a 10. Under a 10. I rolled a 9. Yay! My club skill goes up by 1. There is no club skill. There's axes, bows, brawling, crossbows, hammers, knives, slings, spears, stabs, and swords. There's no club. I'm going to write in club. C-L-U-B. So I got 1 check in club, which means it goes up by 1. So, yeah. And that's the only critical I got. Everything else was pretty normal. I did roll a fumble. I don't think I get anything for a fumble, but I can answer some of the questions here. Did I participate in the game session? Yes. That means I can put a check in one of my skills. Did I explore a new location? No. Did I defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? Yes. Did I overcome an obstacle without using force? No. Did I give in to my weaknesses? No, other than my weakness of being a wuss. So I get 2 more. 1 more. 2 more. All right, I'm going to put 1 in sling. So I need to roll under an 8. Ooh, okay. So sling is at 9. And I've got 1 more yes. And I'm going to put that into... well, there is no religion skill or arcane skill. So I'm going to put it into myths and legends, which is based upon my intelligence. So I got her under a 14. I rolled a 19. The one thing I'm actually good at, I don't pick up a new skill in. All right. Poor Mariner. Meanwhile, he's still stuck with a 10 strength, a 5 con, and 8 agile. But I can Trieve. You can shift of intense training with a teacher whose skill level is 15 hard and exceeds your own, gives you an additional advancement roll to improve the skill in question. Make a roll immediately without waiting for the session to end. Oh, I don't think there are rules for... oh, yeah, here we go. Learning new spells. Go to chapter 5. So it's going to cost me money, obviously. So basically, I am trying to dual class as a cleric for this monastery, because I obviously don't have the stats to be a fighter, but I could be a wizard or a cleric. I don't think this game has clerics. The scholar. And it has wizard. Wizard has elementalist, awareness, evade, healing, languages, myths, legends, spot, hidden. So I guess wizard is the closest thing to a cleric in this game. So if I want to start training as a wizard, I gotta spend a lot of money. Chapter 5. Find a teacher. I'm in a temple. And then start training in a spell. All right, we'll do that next game. All right, what do you think? Dice Tale says it's okay, but not great. You don't get a lot of narrative detail from the combat crunch. Yeah, I do wish this, especially since I am using the solo play, I do wish it was a little more streamlined, and I do wish there was less references to going back to random tables to determine. It should have already just been scripted out since it is a solo play, and a solo play should be very scripted, very 5-room dungeon. That said, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. We've managed to get Steve to start studying magic, so he's much better suited for being a spellcaster than he is for a frontline fighter. But Steve has been handed another mission by the temple, so if you want to see me continue doing Dragonbane next Friday, let me know. If you're done with this and want me to move on to a different game, let me know. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.